All right, so welcome everyone to today's informative session on RIF's Research and Innovation Internships Program for this year. My name is Haris Anastasiadou. I'm the head of HR and Administration Services here at RIF, and I will be presenting today's presentation to you. Throughout the presentation, please free to use the chat for any questions on your screen. You can find it at the bottom of your screen. All questions will be answered at the end of the presentation, and please feel free to communicate with us in English or Greek. We will respond at the end of the presentation accordingly. Now, the program at a glance. In a nutshell, RIF offers the opportunity to research and innovation companies in Cyprus to employ one university student for a 6-week internship where the student salary of 1,400 euro will be funded by RIF. Now, the reason we're doing this program is because we're trying to improve the knowledge and skills of university students around the areas of research and innovation, and also highlight the ecosystem being as an attractive career destination for them, as well as assist research and innovation companies recruit young talent. Now, the budget for this year's program amounts to 140,000 euro, and our aim is to distribute that amount into 100 participating interns in 100 companies, where essentially we'll be sponsoring the amount of 1,400 euros to each one of these 100 interns. Now, what you need to make sure before you apply for this program is that you at least satisfy one of the following criteria by the 21st of April, which is the deadline for expressing your interest to participate in this program. The first criterion is to hold an innovative enterprise certificate for your company. The second one is to be currently implementing a research and innovation project that is funded by the European Commission Framework Program. And the third one being currently implementing a research and innovation project that is currently funded by RIF. There are some exceptions to this third criterion, and these are the programs industrial property, classified labs, innovation vouchers, and any other program that is related to event participation. So please do make sure that you satisfy at least one of these before you apply. Now, in all cases, you should also bear in mind that your company must engage in economic activity, be legally established, and operate in areas under the control of the Republic of Cyprus. Your company must fall under categories B1, B2, or B3 as defined by the Restart Work program. So we've attached to the call what that means. So essentially, you just need to make sure whether your company is considered a small, a medium-sized, or a large enterprise to be able to apply for the program. In terms of interns, students, we're quite flexible. Any student is allowed to apply and work for this program who is either undergraduate or postgraduate. They can be studying at any year of study. They can be studying here in Cyprus or abroad at a university, and they can be Cypriot or of any other nationality. So university students can be it can be very flexible for you to choose on the type of university student you want to work for you as an intern. Now, moving on, the duration of the internship is 6 weeks. It can be held anytime within the period of 3rd of June until the 30th of September, and the interns must be working during your company's normal working hours during that time. Now, looking at the process, it's quite simple. The first step is to submit your expression of interest to participate in this program by the 21st of April. All you need to do is complete a relevant online form that is posted on our website, and we ask you to indicate some first relevant information about your company, such as your company's names, most importantly, why you're eligible to participate in the program, some information about the internship you're offering, contact information for your company, and whether you would like to host a second intern in case there is available budget. The second step is that by the 30th of April, we will be checking your company's eligibility to participate on the basis of the relevant terms and conditions. We have room to accommodate up to 100 companies to participate on a first come, first served basis. So by 30th of April, we will be selecting the companies that will participate in this program. And on that date, we will be publishing on our website the list of all companies participating in our program, and we will include details about their internship and their contact information. From then on, this information will be available to all university students. So between the 30th of April and the 1st of June, any interested student who wants to contact you to apply for an internship with your company will be doing so by contacting you directly. So please make sure that you do give us the right contact details for your company and the right person who should be reviewing these candidates' information. So all university students will be given instructions to submit to you their CV, a copy of their university degree and or their university study certificate in case they haven't graduated. And on the basis of that information and any other minimum required qualifications you may need for your internship and any interview that you may want to carry out, you will select the one student who you would like to recruit as an intern. Now, please bear in mind that each university student can work as an intern in only one company. Otherwise, they will not be eligible to get our sponsorship. Also, the university student that you do recruit should not be related to any of your company's shareholders, directors, and or other executive members. Now, the next step is that by the 2nd of June, you, the company, should inform us of your final decision to recruit a student. And you should submit the university student's details to us through a relevant electronic form. Now, in case there will be available budget, in case we don't have 100 companies participating, if we have less, then we will have additional budget and we may come back to you asking you whether you would like a second intern to be allocated to your company. We will be doing that on a first come, first served basis by taking into account the date and time that you have submitted your expression of interest for the program. The internship will be taking place between the 3rd of June and the 30th of September. It must be of a 6-week duration. It can take place at any point in time you like. The internship's activities must, however, relate to research, innovation, and commercialization. Your intern will be asked to participate in an online training on new product development provided by our Knowledge Transfer Office. And the internship must take place at your company's premises. If you want, part of that internship may take place remotely, but you need to let us know where your company's premises are, and that student must work at least some time at your premises. Please have that in mind because we reserve the right to carry out visit at your company's premises to make sure the intern is working there, and we may contact the interns to make sure that you do abide to all the terms and conditions of the program. Now, within 15 days of the completion of the internship, each university student must submit to us an activity report. This is a specific template on which the student needs to make reference to the work they carried out during the internship at your company, and that needs to bear their signature as well as the signature of their supervisor on behalf of their company for us to know that indeed they have worked on these specific assignments or work tasks. Now, within 2 months of that, RIF will be doing a compliance check regarding the terms and conditions of the call. They will be reviewing the activity report, and if everything is fine, we will proceed with the payment of €1,400 to each university student in the form of a sponsorship. Please keep in mind that any violation of the call's term and conditions will give us the right to take action as deemed necessary. So in case there is any violation, we may discontinue the internship or we may exclude your company from future calls for this program. Please feel free to contact us at any time if you have any questions for this program at our partner support center, either by email through support@research.org.cy or by telephone at 22 20 5000. Now, please, as I've said in the beginning, add your questions into the chat. Feel free to communicate with us in English or Greek, and we will proceed to answer any questions. Thank you. So let me just stop sharing my screen and go back to you. And let me see whether we have any questions in our chat. I can't see any questions, but if you would like to pose a question instead of typing it, please feel free to do so. Do we have any questions? I don't see anyone raising their hand or typing any questions. So hopefully the presentation has given you the information you want. But here we go. We have our first question. Chat is disabled. Okay, so let me ask my colleague, Mary Konomu, to please enable the chat. If you can't type your message for any reason, please just switch on your microphone and pose your question live to us. So Mr. Alayotis, in case you can't type your question, please feel free to pose your question to me here. Okay, you can add your question now. I think the chat has been enabled, as I can see. So please do type your questions into the chat. Okay, we don't have any questions, but I can see that you, quite a few of you are remaining on the call, so I'll give you a couple of minutes to type your questions.
We have two questions through the Q&A.
Okay, all right, we've got one question, it's in Greek. Για να μπορεί να εργοδοτηθεί κάποιος, πρέπει να λαμβάνουμε ήδη μέρος σε έργο του ΙΔΕΚ. Έχουμε απαντήσει τη συγκεκριμένη ερώτηση. Η εταιρεία σας πρέπει είτε να λαμβάνει ήδη μέρος σε ένα χρηματοδοτούμενο έργο του ΙΔΕΚ, είτε σε έναν έργο της Ευρωπαϊκής Επιτροπής μέσα στο πλαίσιο των προγραμμάτων τους, είτε να θεωρήσετε καινοτόμα επιχείρηση. Επομένως, πρέπει τουλάχιστον να έχετε έναν από αυτά τα τρία για να μπορέσετε να στείλετε την αίτησή σας για το συγκεκριμένο πρόγραμμα. Η δεύτερη ερώτηση είναι we choose the dates for the internship between June and September, or is it up to the company to choose? The internship can take place anytime between the 3rd of June and 30th of September. It's up to you to choose when. It needs to be 6 weeks, but it needs to be during that specific time period. So it can be done before the 3rd of June or after the 30th of September. You need to do it during that time period. Okay, so another question is, the maximum amount that a student will get is 1,400 euro, and the minimum amount of time that has to work with us is 6 weeks. The amount is correct, it's 1,400 euro, but the time period is fixed, it's 6 weeks. So it's not the minimum amount of time, it's the specific amount of time. So all internships need to actually be 6 weeks, not less, not more. than that. Okay, let me check if we have any other questions. So I've got another question. Παρακαλώ ενημερώστε μας αν δικαιούται να συμμετάσχει ο οργανισμός της δημόσιας υπηρεσίας και αν ναι, πώς θα γίνει η πληρωμή του φοιτητή από τον φορέα αυτό. Ωραία. Λοιπόν, θα το κοιτάξουμε και θα σας απαντήσουμε αν μπορεί να συμμετάσχει ο οργανισμός της δημόσιας υπηρεσίας. Και η πληρωμή του φοιτητή δεν γίνεται από εσάς, από τις εταιρείες ή τους οργανισμούς. Η πληρωμή στο φοιτητή γίνεται απευθείας από το ΙΔΕΚ. Okay? Επομένως, δεν έχετε να κάνετε τίποτα με την πληρωμή του φοιτητή. Το μόνο που έχετε να κάνετε είναι να του προσφέρετε την ευκαιρία 6 εβδομάδες να εργαστεί κοντά σας και να σιγουρευτείτε ότι το internship του, η πρακτική του άσκηση έχει να κάνει με θέματα έρευνας και καινοτομίας. Από εκεί και πέρα, εμείς αναλαμβάνουμε την πληρωμή χωρίς να σας εμπλέξουμε στο οτιδήποτε όσον αφορά την πληρωμή του φοιτητή. Λοιπόν, να δούμε αν έχουμε κάποια άλλη απάντηση. If we can have an intern for 2 months, we're not eligible in the program. If you mean by that you want to host the intern for 8 weeks instead of 6 weeks. Well, 6 weeks is what we need for the program. So I don't know, maybe what you could do is be eligible for the program and we pay for the 1,400 for the 6 weeks. And in case you want to offer the intern anything else over and above that, then you need to do it privately as a company. So if you'll be applying for this program, you need to make sure that the student understands that this program is only lasts for 6 weeks. The amount they'll be getting is for this 6 weeks, and anything more than that, you will need to discuss with the student privately. Τι γίνεται με την περίοδο των καλοκαιρινών διακοπών που ο οργανισμός είναι κλειστός? Είναι γι' αυτόν ακριβώς τον λόγο που το πρόγραμμα τρέχει μέχρι και τις 30 του Σεπτέμβρη. Επομένως, θεωρούμε ότι οποιοσδήποτε οργανισμός είναι κλειστός, πιθανόν να είναι κλειστός για 1 εβδομάδα, το πολύ 2 εβδομάδες, μέσα στο καλοκαίρι. Η περίοδος 3 του Ιούνιου μέχρι 30 του Σεπτέμβρη είναι μια περίοδος 4 μηνών, επομένως είμαι σίγουρη θα τα καταφέρετε να βρείτε 6 εβδομάδες που δεν θα είσαστε κλειστοί για να το τρέξετε. Για να δούμε αν έχουμε οποιαδήποτε άλλη ερώτηση. Okay, how about the grades criteria as a student? So each company is allowed to have their own criteria for recruiting a student. We will not force you to recruit an intern. You may take part in this program. You may review or interview a number of interns. In case you don't like someone, in case you don't want to recruit them at the end, you're allowed to do so. There's no reason whatsoever for you to feel that you need to recruit someone in the end. So please don't feel that you will be forced to recruit anyone that doesn't abide to your requirements. What I would ask you to do is that now that you are submitting your interest for the internship, you do write down any specific criteria that you would like to have for your intern. So, for example, if you want your intern to have specific grades, or if you want your intern to come from a specific background, if you want them to be studying a specific degree, let them know, because as the students are going through the company catalog to decide where they would like to apply for an internship, they need to make sure that they're actually eligible to do so. But the criteria are completely up to you. So you can leave it open or you can narrow it down to anything you wish to do. So another question. Did you say something about that we will advertise all companies that will be approved, the position and the companies to all universities in order for the interns to contact us if interested? Yes, we will. What we will be doing is we will be advertising this program to students. So it will be advertised to career offices, student organizations in Cyprus and abroad. It will be advertised, but please feel free to do so yourselves if you want. But we will be doing it. So we will be posting a catalog on the 30th of April with all companies taking part in this program, and any student will have the opportunity to go through the catalog, review then all the companies that are taking part, and decide where they fit the best or where they would like to apply. Now we have another question. Μπορεί να είναι περισσότερα από έναν άτομο. Η πιθανότητα να εργοδοτήσετε πάνω από έναν άτομο υπάρχει σε περίπτωση που υπάρχει διαθέσιμος προϋπολογισμός. Διαθέσιμος προϋπολογισμός θα υπάρξει στην περίπτωση που δεν έχουμε 100 εταιρείες που έκαναν recruit από ένα φοιτητή. Διότι το budget μας είναι για 100 εταιρείες να εργοδοτήσουν από ένα φοιτητή το καλοκαίρι. Εάν, για παράδειγμα, έρθουν 80 εταιρείες, τότε υπάρχει διαθέσιμος προϋπολογισμός για ακόμα 20 φοιτητές. Και αυτός ο διαθέσιμος προϋπολογισμός θα δοθεί στις εταιρείες που θα δηλώσουν από τώρα, από την αρχή, ότι αν υπάρχει διαθέσιμος προϋπολογισμός, θα τους ενδιέφερε να εργοδοτήσουν και ένα δεύτερο άτομο. Επομένως, και πάλι τώρα που θα συμπληρώνετε τη φόρμα του ενδιαφέροντος σας για να λάβετε μέρος σε αυτό το πρόγραμμα, είναι σημαντικό να κάνετε tick το κουτάκι που λέει σε περίπτωση που υπάρξει διαθέσιμος προϋπολογισμός, αν θα σας ενδιέφερε να εργοδοτήσετε και κάποιο δεύτερο άτομο. Και πάλι εννοείται ότι εσείς αποφασίζετε ποιον είναι αυτό το δεύτερο άτομο, νομένου ότι πληρεί όλες τις flexible προϋποθέσεις που είχα αναφέρει πιο πριν. Σε ποια πανεπιστήμια θα απευθυνθείτε? Θα απευθυνθούμε σε πάρα πολλά πανεπιστήμια και στην Κύπρο και στο εξωτερικό. Νομίζω ότι είναι σωστό απλά να αναφέρω τώρα έτσι κάποια ονόματα, αλλά θα απευθυνθούμε σε διάφορα πανεπιστήμια και στην Κύπρο και στο εξωτερικό, τα οποία γνωρίζουμε εμείς ότι απασχολούν φοιτητές οι οποίοι ενδιαφέρονται με αυτόν τον τομέα του Research and Innovation. Εάν έχετε οποιοσδήποτε ιδέες ή γνωρίζετε κάτι και θέλετε να μας το αναφέρετε για να το κάνουμε advertise, πολύ ευχαρίστως επικοινωνήστε μαζί μας για να μας το πείτε και θα το λάβουμε υπόψη μας. So we're waiting your approval to our application, and then when we're contacting the university, we mentioned that we're reaching out through this program. Δεν είμαι σίγουρη αν δεν καταλαβαίνω την ερώτηση, τώρα να την ξαναδιαβάσουμε. So we're waiting for your approval to our application, and then we mentioned that we're reaching out. Δεν την έχω καταλάβει την ερώτηση, αλλά εάν έχετε ήδη στείλει την αίτηση σας κοντά μας, ναι, αυτή τη στιγμή περιμένετε να γίνει έλεγχος του οργανισμού σας και να σας ενημερώσουμε εάν είσαστε eligible. Έχουμε μέχρι τις 30 του μήνα να το κάνουμε αυτό. Επομένως, παρακαλώ περιμένετε μέχρι τις 30 του Απρίλη, όπου και θα ενημερωθείτε κατά πόσον είσαστε eligible ή όχι. Εάν με το καλό εγκριθεί η εταιρεία σας, διότι είναι eligible να λάβει μέρος στο πρόγραμμα, τότε αυτόματα μπαίνει στον κατάλογο των εταιριών που συμμετέχουν στο πρόγραμμα και αυτόματα διαφημίζεται σε όλο το φοιτητικό κοινό. Λοιπόν, να δω αν έχουμε κάτι άλλο. Δεν βλέπω κάτι άλλο στο chat αυτή τη στιγμή. Θα δώσω όμως έτσι έχουμε ακόμα μία που ήρθε τώρα. If you have 60 applications, then that means that all will be approved. The answer is no. The number of applications doesn't matter if no one is eligible. So we will be approving all eligible applications on a first come, first served basis. So if we only get 60 applications, which I don't think we will only get 60, but let's say we only get 60 and 40 of them are eligible and 20 are not, then 40 will be eligible and will be taking part. The rest will not be taking part. So it all depends on number of eligible companies. And we have room, as I've said, for up to 100 eligible companies on a first come, first served basis. I would just like to inform you that we've already received some applications, quite a few applications. So I would urge you, if you're interested, to apply the soonest so that you do make sure that you're part of the pool of eligible companies. Ωραία. Αν έχουμε κάποια άλλη ερώτηση, μπορείτε να την γράψετε στο chat. If you have any other questions, you can type your question into the chat. Okay, so I don't see any other questions. So hopefully we've answered any questions that you did have following the presentation. In case anything else comes up in the next few days before the application's deadline, as I've said before, please feel free to contact us by email at support@research.org.cy or by phone at 22 20 5000. Thank you so much for your interest in this program and for attending today's informative presentation. And hopefully your company will be eligible and will be able to come back to you with more information. Okay, so we got a last question, which I will answer. My company is a software company. So let's say I need a software development student. I will make the application with the need of this subject student. Yes, as long as your company is eligible to participate, you are allowed to let us know, and we will advertise any specifics that you need for your intern. So if your intern needs to come from a relevant subject that has to do with software development, then by all means do put that down so that you do attract the right audience of students and you don't get random applications from students that have nothing to do with software development. Okay. All right. So on this note, once again, thank you very much for your attention, and hopefully we will be in touch soon. Thank you. Goodbye.